Welcome to Smart Audiobook. In today's video, we're diving into the top 10 learning lessons from the best-selling book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book reveals powerful truths about how we think about money, how we make financial decisions, and why our behavior matters more than our knowledge. So sit back, relax, and let's explore these life-changing lessons that can transform the way you build wealth. Lesson 1. Wealth is what you don't see. When we imagine a wealthy person, we picture luxury, big cars, huge houses, designer clothes. But the psychology of money teaches a simple truth. Real wealth is invisible. It's what you don't see. Wealth isn't your shiny purchases. It's the money you quietly save, invest, and grow over time. Here's the real difference. People who look rich spend money. People who are rich save money. You rarely see true wealth because it doesn't scream. It hides in heavy check mark your investments, heavy check mark your emergency fund, heavy check mark your growing assets, heavy check mark your long-term savings, heavy check mark your financial discipline. These things don't show up on Instagram. They don't get attention, but they build real financial freedom. The author says, wealth is the financial assets you haven't spent yet. If you invest instead of showing off, you're building silent power. Something people can't see, but you can feel. Think about it. The person driving the expensive car may be broke, but the quiet neighbor who drives an old car might be a millionaire. Why? Because wealth grows behind closed doors. It grows in bank accounts, stocks, real estate, and businesses, not in shopping bags. Rich-looking people often lose money. Rich-thinking people grow money. So the next time you see people showing off, remember this powerful lesson. Wealth is not what you see. It's what you don't spend. If you want to build true wealth, focus less on lifestyle and more on long-term growth. Invisible now, but life-changing later. Lesson 2. Saving money is more important than income. Most people think the key to becoming rich is earning more money, a higher salary, a bigger job, a better business. But the psychology of money gives a different perspective. Your savings matter more than your income because wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep. Here's the truth. Even if you earn a lot of money, you can still be broke if your spending increases at the same speed. High income with high expenses creates the illusion of wealth, not wealth itself. Saving money isn't about being cheap. It's about being in control and giving yourself options. Saving builds degree financial security, degree freedom to take risks, degree a buffer against emergencies, degree the ability to invest, degree peace of mind. The author says, you can't control the stock market, but you can control your savings rate. Savings is the only part of wealth. That depends 100% on your behavior, not the economy, not luck, not opportunity, just you. Think of two people. One earns $10,000 a month and saves nothing. Another earns $3,000 a month, but saves $500 consistently. Who becomes wealthy? Surprisingly, the second person. Why? Because consistency beats income. Small savings grow into big wealth. When combined with time and compounding, most millionaires didn't get rich overnight. They simply saved more than they spent and invested the rest over many years. So remember this. You don't need a higher income to start building wealth. You need better habits. Every dollar you save today buys you freedom tomorrow. The goal isn't to earn more. The goal is to keep more. Lesson 3. Compounding is the most powerful force. There's a silent force in finance that can turn small amounts of money into unimaginable wealth. It doesn't require genius, luck, or huge income. It only requires time. This force is compounding, and the psychology of money calls it one of the most powerful concepts in the world. Compounding means your money earns money, and then that new money earns more money, again and again. It's slow at first, almost invisible, but with time, it becomes unstoppable. The author explains that wealth doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows like a curve, slow in the beginning, explosive in the end. That's why the most important part of compounding is not how much you invest, but how long you let grow. $1 saved today becomes $2 then $4, then $8, then $16, and suddenly, years later, it becomes lakhs or crores. Compounding rewards patience and punishes impatience. Warren Buffett is the perfect example. People admire his investing skills, but the real secret is time. He started investing at age 10. Most of his wealth came after the age of 60, not because he changed strategy, but because compounding finally exploded. If he had started at 30 instead of 10, he wouldn't be one of the richest people on earth today. That's the magic of time plus consistency. Compounding teaches one powerful lesson. Start now. Start small, but start. Your money is a seed. Plant it early, water it regularly, and let time do the magic. Because the greatest financial growth doesn't come from effort. It comes from patience. Lesson 4. Getting wealthy and staying wealthy are different skills. Everyone wants to become rich, but very few think about what's needed to remain rich. The psychology of money teaches a powerful truth. The skills required to build wealth are not the same skills required to protect wealth. Getting wealthy takes boldness. Staying wealthy takes caution. To get wealthy, you often need heavy check mark taking risks, heavy check mark being optimistic, heavy check mark chasing opportunities, heavy check mark believing in growth. But to stay wealthy, you need the opposite. Heavy check mark humility, heavy check mark fear of loss, heavy check mark financial protection, heavy check mark avoiding big mistakes. The author says the biggest reason people lose wealth is not lack of intelligence. It's lack of discipline. Earning money is exciting. Keeping money is boring. But boring habits create long-term survival. The goal isn't just to climb the mountain, it's to come back down safely. Think of the many people who became rich through business, stock trading, sports, or entertainment, and then lost everything. Why? Because they had the skill to earn money, but not the wisdom to keep it. On the other hand, people who stay wealthy think differently. They, heavy check mark, save consistently. Heavy check mark, avoid unnecessary risks. Heavy check mark, protect their assets. Heavy check mark, diversify their income. Heavy check mark, never assume success is permanent. They don't gamble. They don't chase hype. And they don't let ego drive decisions. Building wealth is a sprint. Keeping wealth is a marathon. If you want lifelong financial success, learn both skills, how to grow money and how to protect it, because real wealth isn't measured by how much you make, but by how long it lasts. Lesson 5. Freedom is the highest form of wealth. People chase money for all kinds of reasons. Luxury, status, comfort. But the psychology of money reveals a deeper truth. The greatest thing money can buy is freedom. Not a bigger car, not a bigger house, but the ability to wake up and choose how you want to spend your day. Money becomes powerful when it gives you control over your time. Think about it. When you have financial stability, you can say no to things you don't like and yes to things that matter. You gain heavy checkmark freedom from stress. Heavy checkmark freedom to take risks. Heavy checkmark freedom to change careers. Heavy checkmark freedom to take breaks. Heavy checkmark freedom to spend time with people you love. The author says, the highest dividend money pays is the ability to control your time. Because without time freedom, even the richest life feels limited. People who truly feel rich aren't the ones with the most stuff. They're the ones with the most choice. Imagine two people. One makes a lot of money, but works 14 hours a day, every day, with no freedom, no rest, no joy. Another earns just enough, but has control over their schedule, spends time with family, follows their passion, and lives peacefully. Who is richer in terms of life quality? The second person wins, because happiness comes from owning your time, not from owning things. If you want true wealth, don't just chase income, chase freedom. Build savings, invest wisely, and reduce debt, so your time eventually becomes yours. In the end, the real luxury is not money. It's control over your life.
Before we head to the next lesson, please like and subscribe for more content.
Lesson 6. Luck and risk matter more than we think. We like to believe success is simple. Work hard, stay focused, and you'll win. But the psychology of money teaches an uncomfortable truth. Luck and risk play a bigger role in life. And we want to admit, not everyone who succeeds is brilliant. Not everyone who fails is foolish. Life is more complicated than that. Luck means being born in the right place, meeting the right person, getting a small opportunity at the perfect time. Risk means facing unexpected setbacks, illness, job loss, bad timing, or events you couldn't predict. Two people can work equally hard, but end up with very different results because luck favored one and risk hit the other. The author says, be careful when judging success and failure. Half of it is hidden from you. This doesn't mean hard work doesn't matter. It means humility matters more. Understanding luck makes you humble. Understanding risk makes you careful. Take Bill Gates. He's brilliant, no doubt, but he also attended one of the only high schools in America that had a computer at that time. That was luck. Without that one factor, there might be no Microsoft today. On the other hand, many smart entrepreneurs failed because markets crashed, partners left, or the timing was wrong. They weren't stupid. They were unlucky. So what should you learn from this? Be kind, because not everyone had your luck. Be thoughtful, because risk can hit anyone. And be humble, because success is never 100% your own doing. In life and money, do your best, but always respect the role of luck and risk. Lesson 7. You can be rich and still not feel rich. We often assume that once we have enough money, we'll finally feel secure, happy, and fulfilled. But the psychology of money gives a surprising insight. You can have money and still feel poor, because feeling rich is not about the size of your bank account. It's about the state of your mind. Feeling rich comes from heavy checkmark contentment, heavy checkmark peace, heavy checkmark confidence, heavy checkmark a sense of enough. But most people fall into a trap. The more they earn, the more their expectations rise. They upgrade their lifestyle, compare themselves to others, and chase bigger goals without enjoying the present. This creates a cycle where more money, more desires, more pressure, less satisfaction. The author explains, wealth is relative. If you always compare upward, you will always feel poor. You might look rich on the outside, but feel anxious on the inside because you're constantly chasing the next level. Think about celebrities or millionaires who publicly admit feeling unhappy, insecure, or unfulfilled. They have everything people dream of, yet still feel empty. Why? Because expectations grew faster than gratitude. Meanwhile, someone with moderate income can feel rich because they focus on what they have, not what they lack. Feeling rich is about mindset, not money. If you want to truly feel wealthy, learn to slow down your desires and appreciate the progress you've made. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy satisfaction. Feeling rich comes from knowing that you have enough, you are enough, and your life doesn't need comparison. Lesson 8. Long-term thinking beats short-term action. Everyone wants quick results, quick success, quick profits, quick wins. But the psychology of money teaches a different truth. Long-term thinking creates far more wealth than short-term excitement. Most people lose money because they want success fast, but wealth grows slowly and then suddenly. Short-term thinking is emotional. It makes you heavy checkmark panic when markets drop, heavy checkmark chase trends, heavy checkmark follow hype, heavy checkmark compare yourself to others. Long-term thinking is logical. It helps you. Heavy checkmark stay calm. Heavy checkmark invest consistently. Heavy checkmark ignore noise. Heavy checkmark benefit from compounding. The author says, patience is not just a virtue. It's a financial superpower. In the short term, markets are noisy and unpredictable. In the long term, they reward discipline and stability. The winners are not the smartest. They're the most patient. Imagine planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, protect it, and let time do its work. Investing is the same. People who jump in and out of investments chase quick gains and end up losing. People who buy, hold, and stay calm build real wealth. Because they let compounding do the heavy lifting. Every millionaire investor you admire today became rich through decades, not days. So if you want long-term wealth, think long-term. Don't chase fast results. Chase consistent progress. Your patience today will become your freedom tomorrow. Because in money and in life, slow, steady, and committed beats fast, loud, and emotional. Lesson 9. Money behaviors matter more than money knowledge. Most people think financial success is all about intelligence, knowing markets, numbers, and strategies. But the psychology of money teaches something deeper. Your behavior with money matters more than your knowledge of money. Even a genius can go broke if they lack control, and an average person can become wealthy with discipline and good habits. Good financial behavior includes heavy check mark, saving consistently. Heavy check mark, living below your means. Heavy check mark, staying patient during market ups and downs. Heavy check mark, avoiding emotional decisions. Heavy check mark, investing for the long term. Bad behavior looks like chasing quick profits, reacting to fear or greed, overspending to impress others, trying to time the market, panicking when things go wrong. The author says, financial success is not a hard science. It's a soft skill, how you behave. You don't need to be brilliant. You need to be emotionally stable. Calm beats smart. Steady beats flashy. Think about lottery winners. Many become bankrupt within years, not because they lacked money, but because they lacked behavior. Now think about a middle-class person who saves a small amount every month and invests for decades. They often retire richer than high-income earners who wasted everything. Why? Because behavior compounds, just like money does. So remember, you don't need extraordinary knowledge to build extraordinary wealth. You need consistency, patience, and emotional control. Master your behavior, and money will follow. Because in the long run, strong habits beat strong intelligence. Lesson 10. Enough is the magic word in money. We often chase more. More income, more success, more recognition. But the psychology of money ends with a life-changing insight. Knowing what enough means is the real key to happiness and stability. Without it, even millions won't feel enough. Enough doesn't mean lacking ambition. It means having self-control, a clear boundary, and the wisdom to say, I don't need to risk everything just to gain a little more. When you don't know what enough is, you fall into dangerous traps. Heavy checkmark greed. Heavy checkmark over-risking. Heavy checkmark comparing yourself to others. Heavy checkmark always wanting more. Heavy checkmark losing peace of mind. The author says, the hardest financial skill is stopping the goalpost from moving. If you keep raising your standards, you'll never feel satisfied, no matter how much you earn. Enough is the line that keeps you grounded and protects you from losing everything you've built. Many people who went bankrupt weren't poor. They were greedy. They took huge risks because they always wanted more status, more fame, more money. On the other hand, people who recognize enough, save wisely, invest steadily, protect their wealth, and enjoy calm, peaceful prosperity. Warren Buffett still lives in a modest house, not because he can't afford more, but because he knows what is enough. If you want long-term financial happiness, don't measure your life by what others have. Define your own enough. Let guide your decisions, your risks, and your peace of mind, because the real secret to wealth is not endless accumulation, but contentment. Drop your next book suggestion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.